Greetings, Your Highness. We are here on behalf of the media team. We have 10 questions here, but we have compressed them into 3 concerning the historicity around the killing of twins and how it was stopped, and the significance of twins anniversary celebration. Now, who or what are the twins? Why were the twins and relative children being killed before the Ilaje land? Who stopped the killing of twins?
Thank you. When we were in secondary school, we read in the history book that Moses stopped the killing of twins. Then we observe that in this locality, obviously, Ilaje land and its environs, that despite the campaign and the effort of Moses in Nigeria, the killing of twins continues in this our locality. By 1942, the Spirit of God came upon some Nigerian people, namely Zedo and Omotua. They were not worshiping together independently. They got the same vision and they were commissioned to do the same assignments, to campaign and to preach against the killing of twins. We started this from town to town, village to village, telling the people that no man has the right to take another man's life, that twins are a blessing from God. It is very biblical and it is historical. This did not augur well with the custodian of the customs and the native authority. They imprisoned them, they persecuted them, to stop and persuade them from that campaign, because it was a godly mission and it was a godly assignment. In spite of all the persecutions and imprisonment, they persisted in preaching against the killing of twins. And within a few years, a lot of people started to reason with them and started to understand that twins are really a blessing from God. It was not just about the killing of twins, it was about the killing of children born to related couples. These were customs and tradition in Ilaje land and other nearby local governments to be perpetuated. It was very gruesome. The day they were born, twins, beautiful children, they were snatched from their mother and be killed, thrown into water to die. So this is the assignment the apostolic movement had. It was that movement that later transformed into the Apostolic Church. And it was this transformation and the success of this preaching that inspired them to move to this mountain on January 12, 1947, when they heard the clarion call from one of the prophets, Prophet Jumba. The purpose of coming here is to practicalize the preaching, to give a space, to give a room, to give a land, and to give a town to these people that were being tormented. So Aiyetoro, the land later became Aiyetoro, and it became the land of the twins and the land of those that were being persecuted by various communities. Eventually, when people moved there and they saw that the land Aiyetoro became blessed, because God had to prove to them that he sent these fathers. When they came here, the land became more prosperous, more developed than any other land in the whole of the state or the western region, any other village. So this proved to even the native authorities that twins are not evil. So they had to stop it so that they too can partake in the development and the spiritual emancipation that Aiyetoro witnessed. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Highness. Lastly, what is the significance of this celebration of 20th anniversary? And what's the correlation between this celebration and that of January 12th? Is there any interplay of superiority between the two celebrations?
The significance of this celebration is to remember the labor of our heroes. These native fishermen who God made prophets to preach against the claim of twins. Many of them were imprisoned, they were tortured, they were castigated, they were oppressed, they were rejected even by their wives, their sisters, their brothers, their family members. So we appreciate their labor, their effort in giving us this legacy of emancipation. So we want to keep this legacy, and we want to also let our young ones imbibe this culture, because the work of God is a continuous thing. God is still speaking and is still giving new assignments to every town, every person that made himself or herself available. There are still many cultural practices in many nations and many cultures of Nigeria and beyond that are ungodly, that are unchristian, that are unbiblical, that we still need to stop. Burial is one of them. So we commemorate to challenge upcoming generation to understand that when God speaks and give you an assignment and you follow it through, that there is reward for following the voice of God. We also commemorate to let the twins appreciate what the apostles did for them. So that's why we allow them to parade themselves to sing songs of praise unto God for such a powerful and wonderful emancipation. We are talking about life here. It was this church and this community that gave them the opportunity to be counted among the living. The correlation between August 18 is a specific date that we choose, where we celebrate it for the whole week. The correlation between August 18th and the January 12th is that January 12th is the day they migrated onto this land. So January 12th, 1947 is the Founders' Day. It's for the land. Why August 18th is for the church? Because the mission God gave the apostles when he called them as prophets was a spiritual assignment to stop the killing of twins. It was their effort in stopping the killing of twins that inspired the apostles to form a church, a formidable body that can achieve this spiritual and divine purpose. So August 18 is a day we celebrate the victory that God used the church to achieve. While January 12 is a day that is choosing to celebrate the founding of the land.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You are most welcome. Thank you.
The voice you just heard or listened to or watched is that of His Royal Highness OBA Oluwambe OJAGBOHUNMI JP, the Oluwambe of Aiyetoro Community, and the spiritual head of the Holy Apostles Church worldwide. His title is the elect Daramala II and Damijeda Oromeme. He has just given us a panoramic history into the historicity of twins anniversary, how twins and relative children, how they were being kept before in Ilaje land, and how the emancipation movement came about, and how it was achieved, and how that later translated into founding of Aiyetoro. Thank you.